most of our lives, all stories can be viewed as a hero versus villain story. Like, if you're an employer, your boss can be your villain. Or if you're sick, your disease can be your villain. Or if you're in love, well, it depends on which stage of love you are currently in. But let me tell you the truth. Eventually, your heroes will turn into your villains. And heroes, not the villains, but heroes are usually considered as the brave ones, right? But sometimes, who's brave, to determine who's brave is not that easy. For example, if I run into a burning apartment and grab a kid and run out, people will call me brave. But I would say I just did the right thing. But I still could understand why people call me that, because that's the brave thing, right? But sometimes I come into those situations that people call me brave, and I just don't understand why they do. For example, just last week, two people wrote that I was very brave in my speech. All of you were here, and I don't think there was anything brave in that speech. I just can only think of the frogs part. I said I kissed a few frogs. I don't understand why people call that brave. Should I just said, no frogs were harmed in this story? or should I said, they were all male frogs, don't worry. I don't know. And unfortunately, I get that a lot. People call me brave, and I don't know why. And it seems like I'm bragging here, but I'm not. It's just opposite. I feel like an awkward teenager, someone that doesn't understand the rules of society. I get that, and at workplace usually, after meetings, where I say something contradictory to my superiors. And after the meeting, people come to me and say, oh, that was very brave, that was very heroic. And I'm like, really? Was that brave? And especially after this meeting, it was a huge company convention. And I just stood up and said something like, contradicting to what they say, but I think that was normal because it was the truth. And after that, people come to me and say, oh, that was very brave, that was very brave. And I was like, really? Was that? And then one of my friends went to our factory, which is, by the way, in another city. And she came back and she was like, oh, they all know that, they are all congratulating you, they all say you're a hero. And next to her, I was like, really? Really? And I was saying that I'm so gonna get fired this time. And I just wanted to ask her, on a scale of 1 to 10, how brave exactly? Because it's clear that I cannot tell that. And, well, I kept my job. They didn't fire me. But I'm pretty sure they're keeping a record of it in my personal file. And I'm pretty sure the adjectives they use are not brave or heroic, anything like that. I would do it again, but I'm asking, when speaking the truth becomes so heroic, where are the true heroes? When I was growing up, I always wrote those comic books. I loved the superheroes. I loved the idea of living on that galaxy because, they had superpowers and they used those superpowers to help others, even though they are not appreciated all the time. And even though, they got injured, they didn't get paid for that. And even though villains were very strong against them. But lately, it's something like it doesn't work that way. Some people find the comic books silly and childish, but I think it's a great way to teach children to do the right thing, to be strong, to fight the villains, even though they are very strong against you. fighting the villains is not something we do all day. And to tell you the truth, sometimes villains are hidden, and they're hidden inside us. We fight ourselves to, you know, those kind of villains are the bad ones, because we have to fight our way. It's much harder to fight them. Sorry, I've started bubbling, but come on, write good things about me. Yeah. Thank you for that. See, I do that kind of stuff, but maybe I am brave. But I'll just say that sometimes, even though it's hard to do the right thing, just fight your villains. And even people applaud you and then run away and leave you alone in the battlefield. Do the right thing, because even if you don't win that fight, it's still better than being the bystander. Thank you.